You're listening to Montreal Now with Aaron Rand and Natasha Hall on CJAD 800.
That is James Mennie. He is over at the Montreal Gazette. And Jim?
Before is it sent? Because I was asked, and I said sent.
It's not sent.
Did I win anything?
You did not, Jim. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, nice try, though. I don't know. Where do you want to start today?
Listen, I came in. I was listening to you guys earlier this afternoon. I was hearing Natasha mentioning how even Santa Claus can't avoid Montreal roadwork, and I think there's far more symbolism involved there than meets the eye. We're talking about tomorrow's Santa Claus parade, which normally, traditionally, has gone down St. Catherine Street. And it will go down St. Catherine Street, except it's going to be up maybe 12 blocks east. It's got a detour around the kind of Panama Canal-like excavation that's going on St. Catherine Street and seems to have been going on forever. And this is part and parcel of what's happening downtown. The Chambre de Commerce has put out yet another report pointing out that everything the city has done is not working, that there are still uncontrolled construction sites going on, traffic is choking everything. Apparently, they've created some website which is supposed to allow projects to be cataloged and people to keep track of them. Sorry?
Oh, I'm just saying, oh, great. That's, of course, that's
how I want
to
it won't be ready. It won't be ready till 2028.
Oh, good God.
Okay?
Oh, that
At
all?
which point, but here's the thing. And I know, we've touched on this. I've touched on this in various sort of formats over the years. But the fact is, time is running out for downtown because there's this kind of very 20th century notion, I guess, on the part of this administration that, don't worry, people are going to come back. My God, where are they going to go? Where are they going now? Everywhere but downtown. They're getting used to it. They're discovering there are a lot of conveniences that they encounter. Say if they go to the mall, if they stay, outside of the downtown core, it's a terrible thing to say. It's a worse thing to say for all these merchants who are putting this blood and sweat into their businesses. But this is it. We are heading towards a cliff. And as I pointed out to you guys in my list of stories today, it looks like the tombstone for downtown will be a construction cone, a traffic cone, because we are not moving an inch. And I think any place else, any other city, we will be in full-blown panic mode because this is a problem which can't be repaired. How can I put it? And once again, the mindset now is drifting away from downtown Montreal. And we're going to see a huge change, I think, in the city's dynamic unless someone can turn things around. But apparently even Santa Claus can't do that.
But Jim, who is that person? I mean, look, I think to some degree we've become so, I'm trying to find the right word here, but basically over the years, we've come to expect this sort of thing to happen downtown, right? Construction, this, that, and the other thing. It's just that it's worse this year than any other year. So I'm wondering, where's the impetus to go ahead and do something different? As bad as it may be downtown, who's coming in here to say, hey, I'm the new sheriff in town, we're going to fix up this street, it's not going to be a problem?
Well, it seems to me that unless we have a lot of rogue work sites going up, this work is being conducted with permits that are issued by the city. Is this another left-hand, right-hand issue? Because if it is, I got news for you. There's a little more at stake than being publicly embarrassed by it because the bureaucracy can't figure things out. The reality here is that the city of Montreal is not enjoying some kind of post-pandemic renaissance. Quite the opposite, in fact. People have adjusted, people have adapted, and they have also discovered in this 21st century world where most of your problems can be solved by swiping left, that if you can avoid being stuck in traffic, being frustrated, having to look at your watch every 2 seconds because you don't know if you're going to be there on time or not, you will take the alternative. People are taking the alternative. And I have a sneaking suspicion that, perhaps in the middle of January, either the local, the Downtown Montreal Merchants Association or the Chambre itself will turn around and say we got hammered more than usual simply because people couldn't make it downtown. Simple as that. Indeed, the other irony in all this is, quite apart from the fact they've had to reroute the Santa Claus parade because of construction, they're also putting kind of a reviewing stand in Dominion Square because I think they know that people might be a little iffy about lining up along St. Catherine Street in the shape that it's in, or moving around downtown. So they'll be able to congregate there and watch the parade that's going on a few blocks away on a jumbo screen. It's theater they deserved, but that's where we are.
And then a big party happening at in front of Place des Arts and
Place
Quartier
des
des
Arts
Spectacles.
and Promenade des Artistes.
Let me tell you, I was downtown this week with the strike happening, so trying to keep my daughter occupied. So we were downtown on Tuesday night, and it was just a hideous evening, one of those freezing rain, cold, windy. And we went walking around to see the Christmas decorations, which were honestly a little bit pitiful. I was like, maybe we're a bit too early. But there were people out. I was like, what? There's a whole lot of people out and about on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock downtown shopping. Now, the next day I went to the Grey Cup Parade, and other than the stretch where the parade was happening, it was pretty quiet right in the middle of the day. So I was like, there's something interesting happening. Now, those people went downtown, maybe saw the mess and won't feel so inclined to go back to shop another time.
Yeah, maybe.
But the day-to-day traffic wasn't there. I found that fascinating. Like the workers are still not there.
Let me ask you this question, because I know I don't go downtown that often anymore, as you guys may have gleaned. But when you went down there, did you notice anybody other than tourists or students?
It was young people on the Tuesday night, lots of young people, but shopping, and they didn't seem like tourists. They seem, I would say, student-y for sure.
Yeah.
And then during the day, you had your regular corporate people, but I didn't see the tourist type. Like normally at this time of the year, there's a little bit of a hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Shoppers.
I don't know, Jim. I'm kind of with you. I mean, we've talked enough. We've heard enough from Glen Castanieri. You have merchants here. All it takes is driving down that street, right? Go from Atwater and drive down and see how many storefronts are gone or closed or whatever. It's an awful situation, and I know there were numbers a while ago, and the mayor, I think we talked about this, they have a different set of numbers suggesting it's not as bad as it is. So I don't see when this is going to change for the better. Anytime soon, honestly, until perhaps the next municipal election, when whoever that's going to be running against Valerie Plante will come and say, "Hey, looks what happened to our downtown. We need to do something to bring this back to where it was, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. Yeah. This is shameful for this city."
We see the situation right now. I'm really wondering in 2 years whether anyone's actually even be able to go through that exercise.
Yeah.
Because at that point, how can I put it? The key will have turned in the lock. People's habits will have changed. People's expectations will have changed.
I think you're right.
And the idea that somehow, and it was a certain smugness to it, of course you're going to come downtown. Well, people are not doing that. The shopping habits have changed radically no matter where you are. And honestly, I cannot believe that even this administration at City Hall can turn around and say, well, no, it's not as bad as you think it is. If the idea, if the so-called hidden agenda is to transform downtown into a mixed, semi-residential, bike path, honeycombed neighborhood, good luck with that. Because by then, you probably won't have the people who are willing to go back downtown or live in that kind of an area. But, I mean, we'll see what's happening. But right now, the people I feel the worst for are the merchants downtown because, man, as far as I'm concerned, they're getting screwed over big time.
Jim, give me a real quick take on the Andy Riga story today, showing that the city knew a long time ago about what was going to happen with this whole Camellia Wood closure because they had talked to the folks at the cemetery there. We find that out now.
Finding it out now, and, the city was aware, and I think we have well established on this show that the facts never get in the way of Projet Montreal policy, that a public consultation with 14,000 people did not slow down the doctrinaire approach that Projet Montreal has to carrying out policy. And as I've said before, their motto, as enunciated by former leader Luc Ferrandez, is, if you don't like it, vote us out the next time. Yeah. That may happen, but by then, as we've just sort of mentioned, it may be too late for a lot of elements in this city.
Yeah.
James Mennie at the Montreal Gazette. Jim, thank you. You have a good weekend.
You too, guys.